guys, welcome back to 164th episode of Mortgage Matters in Minutes. I'm your host, Brent Rasmussen, here today to talk about soft credit checks versus hard credit checks, and what's the difference and why does it matter? Have you ever wondered why or when should you get pre-approved, but you don't want to obtain your credit because you've heard that if someone inquires about your credit, that's going to impact your credit score? So that's what we're going to chat about today, the myths and the facts in regards to a soft credit check versus a hard credit check, and also what you see in regards to your credit versus a free credit score versus one that maybe a mortgage lender can obtain for you as well too. So let's first talk about the simple section of soft credit inquiries. And what does that mean? Soft credit inquiries are really never going to hurt your credit score itself. It's not a full hard inquiry. It's just generally background information that they can find about you to pre-screen you for offers or to do such as a pre-qualification or get a general picture of your credit scores. It will give us the credit scores. It'll give us much of your credit history, not always all of it, but that does not impact your credit scores. But as a soft credit inquiry, we can never use this for a pre-approval or for a actual loan itself, because the soft credit inquiries aren't giving us all the information that we need that a hard credit inquiry will. So while many people are concerned about their credit checks, they always will require or inquire about doing a soft credit check first, because that doesn't seem to affect their score from what they're aware. Also, when you are seeing your own soft credit check, you can go online to obtain one yourself, going through Credit Karma, going through many different sources. That, again, being a soft credit check isn't going to impact your score, nor is it going to be allowed for us to use that credit score for lending purposes as well, too. You also see soft credit checks in regards to landlord and renting places. You might see credit checks in regards to maybe even employment or background checks, depending on what you're getting involved in. Maybe a treasurer of a company or something of that nature that's volunteer, to make sure that your credit worthiness is okay, but people don't want to spend the full amount of money to get a hard inquiry. So now let's check into what a hard inquiry is. And yes, a hard inquiry is going to impact your credit score, but very minimally, anywhere from 2 points to possibly more if you have perfect credit, or it could see 5, 10, 15 points if you have a possibly very low score. What people seem to get concerned about is when they're comparing their credit score on the soft inquiry side after a hard inquiry. And that's where it gets a little confusing. When we're pulling a hard inquiry, the soft inquiry that you're following is seeing that, and it gives it a much greater impact on the soft inquiry side than when we actually pull a hard inquiry. Things that we'll need a hard inquiry for is car loans, mortgages, full loan approvals for any source of credit. And many times, depending on what you're needing, if it is, licensing or something of that sort, they might pull a full credit report to validate your full credit history. Obviously, people are concerned about this hard credit check affecting their credit score, but there's also a period of time, depending on the credit bureau and the credit scoring model, that you have anywhere from 14 to 45 days to have as many hard inquiries as you want, and it counts as one inquiry. The problem with hard inquiries can be when you may be taking out and applying for many different credit cards or many different types of loans, but then never opening something up. A car loan or a mortgage, they'll see over 3 to 6 months that eventually an account is opened, and they're not as concerned about it. But on a soft credit check, they're not following up later to see what was open, because they might think you're just looking into your credit to see what's going on. Hard credit checks can affect people, like we mentioned, with lower credit scores if they've applied at credit card company, and become denied over and over and never open up any credit. That's when we'll see a hard inquiry directly impacting the score greatly. Where if you have very good credit and you've paid your bills on time, that 1 or 2 points is not going to impact your credit score for getting a pre-approval. But we also suggest to you, in obtaining a pre-approval, starting early in case there is something that's inaccurate on your credit report. And us pulling that hard inquiry will give us all the facts that we need, where we have still clients that say, I only want to have a soft credit check. Well, we can go off of that credit score, but we're not able to actually give you for sure what your rate is going to be because it's not the correct credit score that we can use. So let's talk about a couple facts and myths. Checking your own credit score lowers your score. That's false. You can follow it all day long on many different software applications, and that's not an inquiry that's going to affect your credit score. Every credit check damages a score, whether it's soft or hard, is also not false because you can have that deduping period happening that we've done another video on of as many credit inquiries as you want within either 14 to 45 days, again, depending on the credit bureau, and it counts still as one inquiry. So those are some myths and facts about soft credit reports versus hard credit reports, and getting directly to it without getting too complex in detail, because there's a lot of variables and every person's credit is going to be a little bit different. Whether you've had credit for a long period of time or just a few years, every person's credit score is just a tad bit different because of all the variables going on. And that's why it's important to contact a mortgage professional like us, and we can help guide you through the correct answers and the correct situation of what your score is to obtain the best mortgage interest rate, but also mortgage loan that is out there. Again, I'm Brent Rasmussen, owner of Mortgage Specialist. Love to answer any questions. Please like and subscribe this video. Comment below about any experience or questions that you have. We'd love to hear from you. You can always reach out to us at 402-991-5153 or check us out on our website at mtg-specialist.com. Have a great week, and we'll see you here next time. Mortgage Specialists. Driven, trusted, reliable.